The trash dog who dreamed of being a doctor. Once upon a time, in a faraway village, there lived a stray dog who scavenged through the trash bins for food. The dog had no owner and was all alone. He slept under an old tree and spent his days sniffing around the garbage. This poor dog never had enough to eat and often went hungry, but he was a happy dog nonetheless. The dog's name was Rusty, and he was a mixed breed with a shaggy brown coat and floppy ears. He was a gentle soul and very friendly with everyone he met, even though most people in the village looked down on him because he was just a dirty stray dog. There was one person, however, who treated Rusty kindly, a young girl named Lily. She would often sneak out of her house and visit Rusty, bringing him food and water. She loved the dog dearly and wished she could do more to help him. One day, while scavenging through the trash, Rusty found an old medical bag. He didn't know what it was, but it looked interesting, so he carried it back to his tree. When Lily came to visit, she saw the bag and asked Rusty what he had found. The dog wagged his tail and barked excitedly, hoping that she would understand. But she didn't, so Rusty took it upon himself to drag her to the bag. Curious, Lily opened the bag and saw all sorts of medical equipment inside, bandages, antiseptics, and even a stethoscope. She smiled at how cute Rusty was being, but had no idea that this simple discovery would change both their lives forever. From that moment on, Lily and Rusty became best friends. They would spend hours playing fetch in the fields or simply cuddling up together under the old tree. The villagers, seeing the bond between them, began to warm up to the stray dog as well. They started leaving food out for him and even invited him into their homes. Rusty was overjoyed by all the love and affection he received. One day, while playing near the riverbank, Rusty noticed a little boy struggling in the water. Without hesitation, he jumped in to save him. Rusty managed to get the boy to safety, but in doing so, he was bitten by a snake and fell unconscious. Lily, who had been nearby, quickly rushed to his aid. She called out to the villagers for help, and together they carried Rusty to the nearest vet. When the vet examined him, he told them that Rusty had been bitten by a venomous snake and that he might not make it. Lily couldn't bear the thought of losing her best friend. She stayed by his side all night, talking to him and stroking his fur until the sun began to rise. To her surprise, Rusty opened his eyes and weakly wagged his tail. He had survived. Over the next few weeks, Rusty made a full recovery and was back to his old self again. He was strong and healthy thanks to the quick reactions and the care he received from Lily and the villagers. From then on, Rusty became a local hero and was no longer seen as just a dirty stray dog. People praised him for his bravery and kindness. Rusty, however, was still his humble self. He didn't let the fame go to his head and continued to live a simple life with Lily. He loved napping in the sun, playing with the other village dogs, and, of course, eating delicious food that Lily brought him. As the years passed, Rusty grew older and his once playful energy faded away, replaced by a calm wisdom. He still had a passion for helping others, though, and would often be seen lending a listening ear to the village's troubled souls. One cold winter evening, while curled up with Lily, Rusty began to feel unwell. He had never felt anything like this before. It was a strange, uncomfortable sensation that made him shiver. Lily noticed that something was wrong and immediately stayed by his side, stroking his fur and whispering kind words into his ear. Despite her efforts, Rusty's condition worsened, and by the next morning, he was too weak to get out of bed. Lily knew that this was it. Her best friend was dying. She called for the vet, but there was nothing he could do. Rusty was too old, and his body simply couldn't take it anymore. With a heavy heart, Lily stayed with Rusty until his last breath. After he passed away, Lily buried him under the old tree where they had shared so many happy moments together. She cried for days, but soon began to feel a sense of pride knowing that she had such a wonderful dog by her side for so long. It was during these difficult times that Lily discovered the strength within herself. She realized that she didn't need anyone else to complete her because she had already experienced the purest form of love and loyalty a pet can give. And she knew that Rusty, wherever he was, would be proud of her for being so strong. As the seasons changed and the flowers bloomed again, Lily's heart began to heal. She missed Rusty every day, but she also knew that he was happy now, running and playing in the fields of heaven. She looked after the other animals in the village and continued to be kind and helpful to everyone she met. She knew that this is what Rusty would have wanted her to do. One day, while walking through the forest, Lily came across a small cottage surrounded by lush greenery. She had never seen it before, despite living in the village nearby. Curiosity got the better of her, and she walked up to the door, knocked, and waited patiently. The door creaked open, and a wise old woman stood before her. She had kind eyes and a warm smile that made Lily feel instantly at ease. The woman invited her in and offered her tea and cookies. As they sipped their tea, Lily told the woman about her adventures with Rusty and how much she missed him. The woman listened attentively, and when Lily finished her story, she said, "Your bond with Rusty was truly special. He was a great dog, and I'm sure he's very proud of you." Then she handed Lily a small box. "I think this might help," she said. Inside the box was a beautiful necklace with a pendant that looked exactly like Rusty's collar tag. It had a little bell attached to it. Every time it jingled, Lily could hear Rusty's bark. Overjoyed, Lily thanked the woman and hurried home. When she got there, she noticed that her house was gone. In its place was a large veterinary clinic. Confused, Lily walked inside and was met with the sight of the kindest faces she had ever seen. All of them were smiling and waving at her. "Welcome home, Lily," they said in unison. It turned out that the old woman was a fairy godmother who had been watching over Lily and Rusty as friendship. She had taken Lily to the vet clinic to show her that she was destined to become a veterinarian herself. With the necklace, Lily could always feel Rusty's love and guidance, knowing that he would be by her side as she helped heal sick and injured animals. And so Lily began her training to become a vet. She worked hard, studying animal anatomy and learning how to perform surgery. She was determined to make her dream come true. Soon, she was ready to open her own clinic and help animals in need. On the first day, she saw a mixed breed dog with a broken leg. He was scared and in pain, but Lily gently examined him and promised to take good care of him. As she set his bone, she felt a sense of satisfaction knowing that she was helping someone who couldn't help themselves. News of Lily's skills spread quickly, and soon she was treating all kinds of animals, cats, birds, rabbits, you name it. She was kind and patient with each one, treating them with the same love and care that she had given to Rusty all those years ago. As she worked, Lily could hear the faint jingling of her necklace. She knew that Rusty was watching over her, guiding her hands and giving her strength. She could feel his presence in the room, comforting the scared animals and helping her to heal them. One day, while examining a dog, Lily heard a familiar bark. She looked up and saw a golden retriever bounding towards her. It was Rusty. He looked just like he did when he saved the little boy from drowning all those years ago. Overjoyed, Lily dropped to her knees and hugged him. "Rusty," she cried. "I thought I'd never see you again." Rusty licked her face and barked happily. He was as excited to see her as she was to see him. Then he trotted over to the dog on the exam table and nudged him with his nose. The dog looked up at Lily and whined. "What's wrong with him?" she asked Rusty. "He needs some medicine," Rusty replied in a deep voice. "Can you help him, Lily?" Lily nodded and followed Rusty's instructions. She gave the dog medicine and bandaged his wounds. "Thank you, Rusty," she whispered. "I couldn't have done it without you." And so Lily continued to work as a vet, helping animals in need with the guidance of her best friend, Rusty. Together, they made a great team and were able to save countless lives. Lily knew that she had been blessed to have had Rusty in her life and was grateful for the time they had spent together. She missed him every day, but she also knew that he was happy now, running and playing in the fields of heaven. As the years passed, Lily's clinic became the go-to place for all animals in need. People from all over the country came to see her because of her amazing skills and compassion. But no matter how famous she became, Lily never forgot the lessons she learned from her beloved dog, Rusty, the trash dog who dreamed of being a doctor.